what's up everyone? Sean here with BlueRidgeSilverhound, and today is the inaugural edition of the newly revised kind of like market report. This is called the Modern Coin Market. All right, this is for the week ending July 18, 2021. What we did was we took the regular Monday market report that I've been doing for a long time, and what we did was not only did we condense it down into a much shorter format, a little bit quicker bursts of information, you're still getting everything that you need. But we are also looking at some of the more kind of like relevant, kind of like easier to reach and understand type coins that we could all kind of, have a fair shot at dealing with. I think with the Monday market report, when I talked about like the high level multi-$1,000 coins, kind of like the real kind of like white whales or unicorns of the numismatic world, I mean, it's one of those videos. Yeah, it's great to see where the market is on those type of coins, but really, when it comes to the lower kind of like beginning and intermediate collectors, sometimes they just don't care about it because it's so far out of reach, and so it's just one of those things that it really doesn't pertain to them, only because you guys send coins off for grading. You're really looking for like that top pop coin, and sometimes people can see that as being like an impossible task to deal with. So we did this. We take a look at like current trends on eBay, all of the more relevant coins, modern coins. Of course, it's all focused again on post 1900 moderns and even going into the 21st century. All right, so I figure the best way that we could kind of get started on this is just to dive right in. So hopefully you guys like this new format. We'll be doing it for a while. We could always tweak it here and there. Would love to hear your take on the modern coin market video, and it starts today, week ending July 18th. And of course, the first thing that we normally would do in these videos is just go ahead and explore eBay's top trending coin listings. That's pretty easy to identify on eBay, but as no big surprise, everything is all bullion, silver, graded material. By the way, take a look at this address up here. That's how you could go directly to the trending spots for coins. But as you can see, Silver Eagles are extremely hot right now, especially the brand new Type 2 2021 Silver Eagles in either kind of like roll form, ballistic boxes, straight from the mint. Older gold like this is extremely hot, but silver, ladies and gentlemen, has been garnering just incredible premiums in any sort of capacity. Of course, your more premium type of bullion are going to be your Silver Eagles. Let's see. I think we saw some Canadian maple leafs in here. Some of your specialized poured bars are certainly a hit, and they're all selling for a considerable amount over melt value. So we have Britannias in here. Of course, not nearly as expensive as the Silver Eagles by a few bucks. But yeah, this is apparently eBay's top trending coin type products for this month. And instead of doing this every single week, this is going to be a part of the modern coin market videos that I'm going to probably do once a month, like at the beginning of the month. Seeing as how we're already halfway through July, we're going to go ahead and show this to you. But there you go. That's the top trending items on eBay for your consideration. So if you're selling, the market is robust. This is what people are looking for, and it's the most popular. All right. So going back to our slides here, eBay completed sales of note. These are some of the more interesting coins that have sold here in the last 7 to 10 days. We have a 1926S Lincoln wheat cent. Actually, this is actually in an older generation PCGS holder. You see the green label up here, and then the simple hologram and the etched gold foil PCGS logo. Always a tough date. This is actually a semi-key date of the series, if you could call it that. So, it's 1920s, Great Depression age, very tough to find in mid-state condition. These were generally not hoarded in this condition. This one is also part of the Pittman collection at one point. It's a mid-state 64 red through PCGS, and it sold for $6,800. And we actually have that right here. This says best offer accepted, but it was indeed $6,800 based off of the information I was able to pull for this coin. So there you go. More than likely, this is a good registry set coin because it is still full red, or it can be seen as an investment. All right, the next one that we have here is actually a perfect 70 graded 1977 S Lincoln Memorial Cent. All right, this is a proof coin. It also has the deep cameo designation, of course, graded by PCGS as such. And this coin right here sold for $2,600. Generally, when we see proof 70 1970s Lincolns, they're always quite desirable. The populations are a little bit higher on some of the later dates of the 70s, like a 77, 78, 79. But still, when the market is still as good as it is right now, coins like this still seem to fetch a good amount of money. So $2,600, this is a coin here that's sold within the last 7 days. All right, the next one here that is most notable, this is a $25 box of pennies. But it's not just any pennies at all. It's actually the 2009D. These are Denver minted LP4s, also known as the Lincoln Presidency. So it's going to show Lincoln standing in front of, I believe, the White House on the reverse. It's actually one of the least desirable out of the 4 design types of these Lincoln Centennial coins. And it's also a Denver. So there's really not a whole lot to, even look for as far as varieties and all that stuff. I've told and I've said this time and time again, ladies and gentlemen, older, sealed, rolled, type of material, boxes of pennies, BU bags, things like that, are being scooped up and they're being hoarded for true investment potential. They're worth actually more sealed in their respective boxes or containers than they are being ripped open for possibilities of, like, say, a top pop graded coin or maybe that double to die that people are looking for. These are being bought up as a box equity. All right, so this one right here sold for $187.50, which is a tremendous amount of money for it being the LP4. It's a Denver. It's probably the least desirable out of all the branch mints and all the reverse design types. But that is a really good sale of this lot. The next one that we have here is a 1918 over 7 variety Buffalo nickel. Okay, so this one is graded NGC VF details. It's shown as being cleaned, so it might have been cleaned at one point. Who knows what method? But there is more than enough diagnostical features in the date to determine that this is the popular over date that everybody looks for in the series. Again, it's not a straight graded coin, so you would think that it wouldn't be nearly as desirable in the marketplace. But this one actually sold for $2,575 here in the last week. And coins that are cleaned or corroded as a result of acid dipping of some of these more popular varieties are still being sought after by their respective collector base, whether it's variety collectors or collectors of that series. The next one that we have here is just a really simple standard 1935 S Buffalo nickel. Now this one is graded NGC Mid-State 67. A little bit tougher date, and it is a San Francisco minted coin, which also gains extra kind of traction in the marketplace because it is a San Francisco minted coin. A little bit more desirability when it's paired up to this kind of grade level. But this one sold for $2,150. Again, we have a eBay issue on their pricing end. This one did indeed sell for $21.50. But again, Buffalo nickels are just hot in the marketplace. All right, so problem coins of key dates are being bought today on eBay. And, as long as it fulfills some sort of need, generally these are going to be for maybe a typeset, just to have a really decent example of a key date that everybody wants. Or it could go into a date set. People assemble actual full albums. They don't need these things graded, but still they want something that has enough meat on the bones, so that way they know exactly what the coin is. Usually on the 1916Ds, these have circulated quite a fair bit, to the point where the mint mark is usually pretty worn out, and it's kind of joining up with the rim. These do get pretty flat after a lot of circulation wear. This one I would say technically is graded kind of like a net VG. It does appear to be cleaned and then retoned, but it just has that glossy surface. It's not graded, and this one sold for $1,395. A few of these actually have been cherry picked. I believe they were reported on Reddit, either at through going through bulk Mercury dimes or something like that. But a few of these have been found here in the last about 30 days, and they were in pretty decent shape. You knew it was a Denver minted 1916. So definitely something to look out for if you come across some scrap silver out there. Now, contrast to the 16D, we have a 1939. This is a really beautiful coin, and it exhibits some natural toning on both the obverse and the reverse of the coin, and that's what most collectors like. They want their originality. They want to know that the coin hasn't really been played around with too much. This one is a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus full bands coin, and it's also CAC certified. Again, this is another surprise eBay sale for $1,325, and just auditing the pricing info, it did sell for this amount of money. Another high-end proof coin, this time a 1971S. And no, it's not a proof 70, but a 69 is just as close. When you get into the earlier 70s of Washington quarters and proof, okay, sometimes it's a little bit tough to find one that's as clean and presentable as this example right here. In addition to having like the full cameo contrast, the really deep mirrored fields, and the frost. Sometimes it can be a little bit tougher this date. This one, proof 69 DCAM. Sold for actually $4,000. Again, just doing some auditing on this price. It did sell for $4,000. Truly a remarkable example. More than likely, it's going to slot into a registry set collection. And the final kind of like two coins I wanted to talk about from the eBay front are actually 2020 and 2019 West Point coins. As a matter of fact, I think they're both 2020s. But we have seen a resurging popularity of these coins, and it was only a matter of time based off of the low mintage figures that if you were able to find one and it graded out really well, like this example here, this is a Salt River Bay. It's the West Point Mint. You can see that here, 2020, and it has that V75 privy mark. This one grades out PCGS Mint State 67, which seems like a fair grade. It's a really clean looking example, and I'm happy to say that this one sold a few cents shy of $2,000. So this is a really incredible sale, and we're beginning to see these coins rise up in value. I would say probably about 6 or 7 months ago. Similar graded type coins like this have been selling somewhere in that $750 to $1,000. The market is becoming dry of these higher end 2020 and 2019 West Point quarters, and I don't expect to see that change anytime soon. And then the final coin here is a 2020 West Point Tallgrass Prairie. This one is also a West Point V75 coin, and this one grades out PCGS Mint State 67 as well. This one actually sold for $1,499.95. It looks like this particular seller had a few of them available. He had 4 total and had sold through 2 of them already. It won't take too much longer before the last 2 do sell. Again, that's just the trend. The trend is your friend with the 2020 and 2019 West Points. If you could still get these as raw coins as well, the market is just booming. The American Memorial Park is the hottest out of all of the coins that have been released for that 2-year range. So definitely keep an eye out for these. A few of them are still being found in circulation. However, they're pretty well beat up at this point. All of the mint state examples that have been pulled are out there for the taking in the secondary market. All right, and a little last thing before we go ahead and drop off on this video. How about a little bit of a GreatCollections notables? Okay, these are top coins that I feel like sold here in the last 7 days. Just something to keep an eye out for. The market is still robust as usual. If you wanted to take a look at these coins for yourself, simply go to GreatCollections.com. They have a fantastic consignment service. If you wanted to get away from like the normal eBay style of selling, these guys do fantastic work. And if you're a buyer, they have great inventory, but their inventory is kind of like a little bit lower than what it normally is. And it has showed this week. We've seen less inventory, and that's only a testament to the amount of quality coins that have been being sold out in the secondary market, and they're just being held for right now. As as we get into the holidays, maybe we'll see an uptick. But we have a 1956 Lincoln cent that graded NGC Proof 67. Okay, it's an ultra cameo, and this is a coin that's still available in these relatively inexpensive proof sets. 56 is the first and earliest date where you can still find them for under $50. This one sold for $1,027.12. We also have a 1931D Lincoln, a little bit tougher date. This is a PCGS Mint State 65 red. This one sold for $1,576.12. A 1947S Jefferson, okay, Jefferson nickel. This is a high-grade specimen at a PCGS Mint State 67 full steps. So it's a really nice, sharp-looking coin. And that one sold for $6,581.25. A 1926 Buffalo nickel in there as well, PCGS Mint State 67 plus. CAC certified, and this one sold for a tremendous amount, $7,481.25. A 1940S Mercury dime. This is a PCGS Mint State 68 full bands, a little bit tougher date because it is San Francisco and they're known for a little bit mushier kind of strikes. This one brought home $3,549.38. And we have a couple quarters to round her out. We have a 1976S Washington. This is a bicentennial 40% silver. So these were only available in those 3-pack sets with the $half and silver dollar. This is an NGC Mint State 69. This one realized $2,081.25. And finally, we have an incredibly common dated 1958D Washington quarter. And this one is a PCGS Mint State 67 plus, CAC certified, and it is indeed toned. And this one was for $3,712.50. And that's going to go ahead and do it for this edition of the modern coin market. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one a little bit quicker. It's going to be a little bit quicker in the following weeks as we, just kind of get our bearings on this. But I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you for watching and thank you for all your support. Would love to hear your feedback on this new revised format of a modern report. Don't forget to like, share, or subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. And don't forget to hit that bell for instant notifications. All right, Coinaholics, we are discovering together. You guys take care. Have a great week. And I will see you on the next coin video. So long.